My name is Brian Parr. I'm the Assistant Dean of the Hutson School of Agriculture here at Murray State University. And we're excited to be talking to you guys today about the benefits that we believe that Murray State holds, specifically in agriculture. We have a lot of great programs across campus, and I know that we've had students from each of your institutions transfer in across campus, but we're going to be talking particularly about agriculture today. That's my field, and with me today I have Miss Caitlin Mollett, who is an advisor for our online programs in the Hutson School of Agriculture. She's also an instructor with us here in the School of Ag, and she's also a former Illinois transfer student that came out of Kaskaskia. And so we've got a lot of great every year students out of our transfer system. We're so close to the Illinois line that it's not a far stretch for a student to come down from southern or really any part of Illinois. So we get a lot of students that way. We feel like a very well-rounded, very comprehensive agricultural program that would suit the needs to any student that are looking to go into the agriculture industry in terms of employment. Three different departments. We have an animal science pre-vet, or pre-vet vet tech department, an animal equine science department, as well as an agricultural science department, which handles all the programs that traditionally don't involve animals. So we have those three departments with three department chairs that run those departments. Over 1,100 students currently enrolled in agriculture here at Murray State. And so out of a school of 9,500 or so, we have 1,100 of them here in the School of Agriculture. So we feel like we're kind of a big fish in a little pond. And so our students are treated very well. We have 5 school farms, over 1,000 acres in school farms and labs, outdoor land labs, many different student organizations and clubs that students can be a part of. And so I say all that to tell you, we have something for your students if they're involved in agriculture, if they want to be involved in agriculture as a career. We feel like we have a place for them. We feel like we have a place that they could transfer in seamlessly.
Currently, we offer 2 online bachelor degree options, agri-science technology and agribusiness. Many students are drawn to these programs because of their flexibility. The degrees can be completed 100% online from wherever you live. You do not need to come to Murray to complete your degree any point during your degree. They can all be completed 100% online. If a student pursues one of these 2 degree programs that are 100% online, we like to tell them, and this is a really neat deal that we were able to work out for tuition and fees. With the online degree program, there are no out-of-state fees. Students in these programs pay the same price as a Kentucky resident would pay for their courses. But since these are online courses, there is a small web course fee per credit hour. But the pricing for this program is really nice, especially with the flexibility and the option to achieve this degree 100% online.
We developed these articulation agreements that would allow your students to take your classes that transferred in as our classes, which that's pretty normal business for a university to do every day. But what was so beneficial with these articulation agreements were, if you had a soils class, Bill has a soils class there at Kaskaskia that is an awesome class. Well, of course, it's a 2-year school, so it's going to be a 100 or a 200 level class, probably a 200 level class. Where our soils class happens to be a 300 level class. It's AGR 345. Well, his class was every bit as rigorous and just an awesome class. And so that class comes in as our AGR 345. Well, not only does it count as credit as AGR 345, since it transferred in as an upper division class, it also reduced the number of upper division hours that the student had to take at Murray State. And so that was unique to the articulation agreement. Hutson School of Agriculture website, over on the left side here, we have transfer articulation agreements. And so as I mentioned before, Christy worked really hard on these a few years back, and we keep these updated as possible. But just for example, here we have Kaskaskia's articulation agreement. And with this, of course, it was signed off by our dean and our president. But on this articulation agreement, we have listed the Murray State class and then the Kaskaskia class that would transfer in directly as that Murray State class. And so what I think is pretty unique about what we do for our transfer institutions here at Murray State is not the general ed. I mean, that you get that everywhere. But whenever you come down in here to our agricultural curriculum, if you notice, we have the agriculture classes satisfied by the Kaskaskia classes. As I mentioned before, right here are classes that are 300 level that are satisfied by the Kaskaskia classes. We have a class here that's even a 500 level that's satisfied by the Kaskaskia classes. And so once again, whenever a student transfers these in, this one is ag business. We have them listed out here for ag education, for ag science technology, really for all of our degrees. Transfer website, which is murraystate.edu/transfer. It gives the students a lot of information of what they can look for, but I use this resource right here at least weekly, and some weeks it's more like daily, on helping students as they register for classes. But this find courses that transfer. And of course, most of our participants today here are from Illinois. And so I'll enter Illinois, and then this gives us a drop-down list of all the institutions that we currently have courses listed from the state of Illinois. Now, I will go ahead and say here, just if your institution's not listed here, it doesn't mean that we can't list it here. Maybe it just means it hasn't been so far. But if I looked at
a lot of great work here in the Transfer Center, and you know, what we find is that so many of these students that we encounter, especially those that are interested in the ag field, are really passionate about what they're doing and what they're interested in and what their future looks like. And we certainly want to help them create that path to that future, and you know, a wonderful experience with transferring into Murray State. We're going to work with them from the very beginning. We will guide them and make sure that they are working through the process, and it's as streamlined as possible for those students. Opportunity to be with our School of Ag, and of course be here on campus, or in the online format, as Caitlin mentioned, with those two new academic programs that are available online. So we're just going to work with the student from the beginning to the end. We're going to make sure that they transition smoothly. I will certainly be a contact for them in the Transfer Center, and whatever information I don't know, I can certainly get them connected to the right folks in other departments. So please just share my information. I listed it right up at the top of the chat section, amarshall@murraystate.edu.
Yes, we do have a 100% online master's degree. We have actually 5 different concentration areas within the master's degree to choose from. We have agronomy, agricultural education. We have a vet hospital management. We have agriculture business, and then we do have a general agriculture option for the students to choose from. Those programs are 31 hours, excuse me, and they are 100% available online admissions roll. We can start a student any semester of the year and move at your own pace and finish at any point that they choose to. Beyond that, we have, you know, if students are interested in going even further, we have a 100% online EDS, which is most applicable to our agricultural education students to get that educational specialist degree in agriculture. And then we have, in conjunction with our College of Education, an agri-science leadership and education program, a doctoral program, which is an EDD that's offered. It is offered online. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat there, that some of the classes are technically not listed as online, but the bottom line is you don't have to be in Murray to take them. So they are available at a distance. So yeah, honestly, we have online classes that start with dual credit classes for high school students and go all the way through the doctoral level if you have anyone interested.